Now, we're talking about Walmart. We're talking about this skateboard. You got into Walmart. How does Greg Lutzka get in touch with Walmart and pitch them this idea? How does this happen?
Well, getting into Walmart's not easy. And
tell us the story behind this back.
Yeah,
because you're now doing your own boards.
Correct.
For Walmart.
Correct.
These are like $30 in Walmart.
Correct.
What's this? Tell us why. What is the story behind this and how you got in there?
Yeah, I mean, well, we created a really good product at a good price point. It comes with, a free fingerboard because as a kid, like I always played with like Tech Deck fingerboards, which I'm working with Tech Deck now, and they're a sponsor of the TV show I have and things that we're doing. We created the QR code where you can learn how to skate for kids.
Okay.
We work with a graphic design team that I've been working with for years called Lincoln Design Co. They do a lot of the graphics for Plan B and Tony Hawk's brand, a lot of different things. So I work with Dan over there. And then my vision was to like really create a really good, solid skateboard at an affordable price.
Okay.
Right.
And when I grew up as a kid, dude, it was like Nash. It was like plastic trucks and just, so I guess there was something in me that like I got my first skateboard at Walmart and I was like, man, if I ever like get to a certain point in my, being a pro skateboarder, maybe I'm gonna turn this around and create a good entry level skateboard. Something better.
And this is after Dark Star.
Yeah, so
you'd already left Dark Star.
Well, Dark Star was selling into Walmart,
Yeah.
right? And they had a partnership with a company called Bravo, right? And Bravo had no interest of putting pro names on the boards, right? They just didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, well, they're not putting my name on it, not DeCenzo's and not Dave Paczynski. Well, what happens is the core branding of Dark Star that we sold to Eastern Skate Supply and all these big, skate retailers didn't want to carry Dark Star as much anymore because it's kind of a Walmart brand,
Okay.
which is kind of understandable.
Yeah, definitely.
So Chet goes, well, they don't have any, they don't really think they should put your name on the board and we pay your royalty because they don't know if the mass market's going to know who a Dave Paczynski is or Greg Lutzka or Ryan DeCenzo. I said, fair enough. If you look at the shelf, it's Tony Hawk, right? And that's true. So fair enough. And then all of a sudden, a couple months later, I go into Target and I look and there's Heart Supply, Jagger. And I shoot a photo to Chet and I go, really? Like other pro names don't sell in big box retail? He's like, yeah, but they're not really going to do it. And I think my agreement was kind of, well, actually, I'd never had agreement with now I look back at it. I don't think I had an agreement for I don't even know, maybe the first year I signed with them, but I was with them for like 10, 15 years. So like I probably didn't have an agreement with them for, I don't know, 5, 8 years. I don't even know.
Contract with Dark Star.
A contract, yeah.
So, gotcha. Okay.
And I just figured, like if I'm going to ride for a Walmart brand, because the kids and the community is like, oh, Dark Star Walmart, And I looked at their quality of boards that they were doing. I was like, I don't think they're the best quality, no disrespect, but I think we can do something better.
Okay.
There could be some improvement.
So there can be some improvement.
Okay.
And I looked at the price point and like it was not an easy deal to get that going. And now we're expanding now into all the Targets. We're in.
But you're doing, how do you get this deal?
285 stores.
Do you have somebody helping? How do you?
I did that deal.
But you just
But
do you DM them? Like, hey, I got this idea, man. How does this work?
I don't want to say how I did it because that would spill the beans.
Everyone will start going to Walmart.
But
I'm gonna DM them. I'm gonna see what's up.
That was the open.
Okay, so you don't want to say how you did it, but
I knew that question would come up, dude.
Well, it's interesting.
It is interesting. It is very interesting.
You can tell us after.
Oh, we could talk about that after camera. But it is a very interesting deal.
Sure.
I can say this, getting into big box retail is very difficult, number one. Number two, once you're in big box retail, it's very difficult to stay in there because you got to sell through.
That's the main
right?
thing.
And if you're looking
buybacks, right?
and
You
if
gotta
you-
buy back some-
and if you're looking at the shelf space, there's only so many boards on the shelf space. Like there's only it's so small. It's not like a skate shop, you know what I mean? And the buyers at these big box retail stores aren't core skateboard
They're looking at the
buyers.
margins.
Well, not even that. They're just looking at categories.
you, too.
Oh, we got enough BMX bikes in there. All right, cool. Oh, we got enough helmets there. All right, cool. Oh, there's like 4 rows of skateboards. We're good. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They don't even look that like, does it have ABEC 3 bearings, ABEC 5 bearings? Does it have good urethane? Does it have metal trucks, plastic trucks? Does it have like, they just,
have no idea.
skateboard category is good. You know what I mean? Where when I went to like the Toyland event in Arkansas, the Walmart headquarters, I met our buyer, Sam. And I said, look, this is the difference between our board and one of the competitors' boards.
So you had already started working on it.
So I really explained to him, like, dude, these are why these boards are really good compared to what else is on the shelf, because he doesn't know anything about skateboarding. He just knows that those graphics look cool, and yeah, we got 5 different boards in there. We're good. And there's like a street board, there's a long board, and there's a short board. That's true. I mean, to be honest,
for sure.
So I broke down to him like, yo, dude, look, like this board right here, seriously, like comes with a free gift of purchase, which is a fingerboard, which kids love and I love, right? Playing with as a kid, right?
Yep.
And it comes with free trick tips. None of your other products come with that, because as a skateboarder coming up, like I learned how to ollie because of Thrasher on a sequence. You know, Keen Lou,
Donger.
Donger.
Yeah.
And I seen his like sequence, and like that's how I learned to ollie. Where here it's like you get 10 or 12 free trick tips. You learn how to ollie, kickflip, you know, with a QR code, because now kids have phones, and you know, it's just like a different world. And then and just creating really good bushings and trucks and at affordable price and awesome graphics, and just like, you know, so it was a whole, dude, it's not easy.
You invested money into this because you have to get the sampling made.
I'm not going to go into everything.
Come on,
Greg, how is this?
That's what I'm saying. You have to have like a partnership with somebody to help bring this to life. Now, whether or not you just said, "Hey, look,
Darkstar wasn't my partner."
Right.
It seems like that.
But yeah, I
wasn't
do
the
work
case.
with a manufacturing company that makes. I mean, dude, it's a whole.
Do they make toys, and then you have to
No,
kind of?
they don't make toys.
Oh.
No.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. To make a board that costs $30 retail,
Yeah, you gotta buy that at margin like
Right.
11.
Psycho.
and
it's insane.
When, like you said, when
By
we,
the way, that board is a really. It's a good board, man.
I mean, like I said, when you
It
came
is.
in and showed it
It's
to us,
decent.
I said, listen,
It is.
all the skate YouTubers out there
And-
are going to
and-
take that board and then do like
And-
trials
and they
with
can,
it.
and they can, dude. It's a great board. Now, if you're an 18-year-old kid, entry level,
dude, all day.
obviously, like this is for the kid that's, you know, getting their first skateboard.
Sure.
You know, whether it's Christmas, birthday, or just wants to get into skating, it's a good board. Spin the wheels on that thing,
Yeah,
dude.
that's
Those are
what I got.
and look at
That's the main thing. That's
very
good, dude.
I know.
Yeah, usually they stop
They
right away.
just, they
Yeah.
don't even do that.
Yeah.
They
They're very-
tighten them so tight.
Yeah,
They can't even
they're
do that.
very good. They're very good boards, and now you get into skateboarding, because here's the thing with skateboarding: if you get a shitty first board, it kind of turns you away from skateboarding.
Yeah, to a
because
degree.
because you're gonna be like, I don't want to skate. This thing sucks. So like my first board was a Nash board, right? And it didn't turn me away from skateboarding because I knew I always wanted to skate, but it can for some kids. Now kids get this board, they're like, oh yeah, it skates good. They tighten up, like it works. And then next thing you know, they get into skating, they start following the new 4-on-1s, which we don't have 4-on-1 anymore, but
Eye
all
dabbles.
They
The
start
eye
watching nine
dabbles.
clubs. They watch nine clubs.
the 9 clubs,
But
and
they're going to go out and
the
buy a
Instagram.
chocolate board, a girl board.
Then they'll
that's
go
gonna-
build
they're gonna
their
figure it out.
Yeah, they're gonna go build their own amazing complete. You know,
you're not
Yeah.
thinking about like, oh, how do I keep this customer? It's like it's their first board.
It's your first board. It's an entry level skateboard.
Right.
You know, it gets you into skating, and it's. I mean, I'm not being cocky, but it's the best. It's the best on the market.
Yeah.
Go to Walmart. Go to
In that
Target.
lane, yeah.
Go to that lane, dude. That by far smokes everyone on the marketplace.
Have you ever talked to them about making like a core level type skateboard for them?
Let me just say this. You're not working with Walmart to get into Walmart. And these boards aren't just selling at Walmart. They're going into Target. They're going into Big Five. Or not Big Five, I'm sorry. Academy Sports. So that just gives out a secret right there. You're not partnered with Walmart. A lot of people think because they sell in Walmart, oh, it's a Walmart board. No, Walmart has nothing to do.
It's a distribution to all these big.
They're
guys.
just a retailer.
Yeah.
All they are. They're like an active ride shop. I shouldn't say that, but like,
On
you
a
know what I'm
bigger
saying?
level.
No, I know
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
They're
Just like a headphone company sells to Best Buy, and to Fry's, and to all these places.
They're not. They're like, I didn't do any deal with Walmart. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
Did, you know what I'm saying?
You did,
Yeah.
you did a deal with Walmart.
But sp- like,
Well, no, we sell in, we sell into Walmart.
Shit, yes.
But also
Yes,
now
yes.
we're going to sell into Target.
Okay,
Now we're
okay.
selling to other stores. And I did hit up Eastern Skate Supply because there's in the market space, you don't really see, you do see some completes, right? Like Toy Machine makes them.
Everybody's making them. Everybody's
But $80.
Yeah.
$70, $80. No one's got one for $35. That's actually a good board. So even the actives and the zoomies and those kind of places could carry these boards. That's going to be like the kid. Those are mall stores, by the way, like zoomies. They bring their kid in there. Kid's probably never skated. He could buy a toy machine one, which is great. Or maybe the mom just like, dude, like he's only 5 years old. Let's get him a $35, $30 complete. That's gonna be almost just as comparable as one of those. It may not, and I don't even know if the toy machine ones have like Indy truck. I don't think they do. Indy trucks or Thunders.
No, they're all generic.
They're all generic. There you go. So they don't even have the specs of building your own board anyway. So like there is a market.
Oh, you have a point.
For these boards just in an active ride shop or I don't want to say perimeter shop, but you know what I mean? Like a core market skate shop as well.
So if this is your pro board, what do you skate? I
That's
skate.
a good question.
Well,
Real shit.
I've always skated Indy trucks, right?
Okay.
And I've always skated. I to this day. I mean, I like bone slide, and then I ride Richtas a lot.
But the boards, what do you do?
The boards.
Riding blanks?
I ride the same graphic, just an upgraded version.
Oh, you ride this?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the same graphic.
Yeah,
everything.
you're not obligated to ride that.
So
by any means.
I mean,
'Cause you're not-
Well, he
you're
wants
not-
to sell
He's
it.
not an entry level skateboarder.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he
but I
wants a
could-
graphic. It's the
Yeah.
same
Yeah,
thing
the
as
graphic's
a pro
fine.
board. Right.
well,
all day.
we got a bunch of new graphics coming out that are really really sick, actually.
So you make your own boards to skate. That's
So
what
yeah, I have my own boards to
Okay,
skate.
okay.
Well, they're like that. They're that board, but,
But
an
you-
upgraded version.
Right, but you go to a board manufacturer, say, "Here's my graphic.
Yeah.
Like, let me get 50
Well,
of these," or
also
whatever.
here's the shape I like.
Sure,
and
sure, yeah.
I've been around the same. Actually, I've been around the same shape for 20 years. I took
moved
Arto.
up?
I took Arto Sari's board.
Okay.
Because one of my favorite skateboards, Arto, right? So like he rode for Flip. I went over to Australia, and when I signed with Almost, I didn't like any of the Dwindle boards because I felt like the tails were like super short. Like my shoe size is 11, you know what I mean? So like I just felt like they're just weird kind of, I don't know. There wasn't like,
The timing was
wasn't working.
off.
I just felt like the boards weren't, I don't know. There was something about it. And Rodney's like, who cares? That's okay. If you don't like the shapes of the boards, it's not the end of the world. You're in Australia. You're at Hardcore. You have all the boards here. You got Girl, you got Chocolate, you got Birdhouse, you got Flip. And I love, like growing up as a kid, like I always was like, I love Flip. Arto, like Tom Penny, like all those dudes were just like Jeff Raleigh. Like, so I went right to Flip.
Yeah.
And I just looked at all the boards and the Arto board popped up. It had like a Zippo lighter on it. And I go, man, this board looks good. I step on it, felt like perfect. And I was like, all right, I called him Crampy back then, like Crampy or whatever that ran, like whatever hardcore in Australia.
Crampy's the man.
You know Crampy then. Okay, cool. Because you guys know Crampy. So Crampy, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So Crampy, Adrian. His real name is
go.
Adrian. We
There
call
you
him Crampy. Okay, cool. So I was like, let me take 10 of these. And I was on Almost, but I was riding a Flip board. I just cover up with stickers or whatever. Rodney was cool. Rodney's like, dude, as long as you feel comfortable, man, like that's what it's about. Skateboarding's about feeling comfortable on your board. He's like, well, take it if you like it. I was like, I love this board. He's like, we'll mock it.
Yeah.
Like, well,
Yeah,
basically,
Rodney's no
to
stranger to
yeah.
to
So
board
he
design.
made it
Damn true.
exact to Arto's
That's dope.
Pro Model board.
Yeah.
And I rode that board. I mean, I still ride that board. So from 19 years old to I'm 39,
If it ain't broke, man, why
38.
fix it?
I'm 38. That's
If
20
it-
years.
if it
Remember,
ain't broke.
So we did the same thing.
Don't
Take
fix
it.
it.
We take it to the manufacturing company
It
who
is
makes
so
and we,
funny, bro.
so-
because here's the thing: most pro skateboarders, when they get to a certain point, we'll start you start your own company, you do
Yeah.
some stuff. Like you went down a complete different road. Like you didn't say, "Hey, I'm going to start my own board brand and do
Yeah.
this and do that." You said, "Like, oh, I'm going to go over here and do this."
I just felt like, I don't know. I've always, like, I think as a kid too, I've always gone against what everyone else was doing. So I think as a kid, like kids had normal haircuts. I was like blue hair and cut to the side. You know what I mean? Like when I came to California, like I was just like, yeah, the core market is like, oh, ride for blah, blah, core brand. I'm like, I don't know. I got an opportunity to ride for Monster. I'm taking it, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know. I just always kind of went like opposite of what everyone else
You
was
go
doing.
against the challenge. Like, I mean, you did.
So that's why when you
did the challenge against Chet in that sense, he's like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be able to do it. You're like, all right.
Yeah. And Chet called my phone. He's like, I'm proud of you, man. Like that's I don't know how you did that, but
Well, that's why I was asking how you did it, because it's
if I said that on the
crazy.
podcast,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anyone would be able to reenact.
right.
Replicate what you did.
It might be
You never
tough.
know, yeah.
Maybe, but even the
You pulled
buyers
it
that
off,
even
bro.
the buyers that are going to be like, well, we already have something like, you know what I mean? It's a tough, and there's a reason why Tony's the only name that's been in there for the last 10, 15 years.
It was Tony Hawk.
sure.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but why is there like Jagger got in there? I know why Jagger's put boards got in there. But yeah, he is an Olympian, but no other pros.
Yeah.
So it's not
Schillerith is also like he's a hustler too.
Oh, all
you
day.
know?
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's so.
But Heart Supply makes good boards too for the entry level kind of market too,
Right.
like for sure.
I would imagine they.
I looked at their boards are definitely on the. They're the premier brand in Target.
Well, here's the thing. You got to think about this too. Is like I definitely think. People may talk shit about it as much as they want, but it's needed for our industry. Like we need these entry level skateboards to get kids into skateboarding, and they can have a great time for their first board and want to get another one.
And also
it's important.
And also be stoked on skateboarding where they ride something that works.
I'd rather
all of a sudden you get some of those other boards and they're plasticky trucks, and it's like the wheels don't spin, your grip tape sucks, the shape sucks. It's like this ain't even fun. Like
it's coming from skateboarders.
Like if you look, I did like a little video or whatever, and like took I went and bought my first like board when it came into stores. Like, whoa, dreams do come true. Holy shit! And like I literally like frontside flipped on it, like didn't even really mess with the trucks that much, just like straight out the packaging. Like,
but I'd rather have skateboarders, real skateboarders. I'd rather have them. Like yourself, like in these, than some random company.
like a Nash company, right?
Like a Nash,
like KB, what KB? What is the Mattel?
Oh,
right?
Mattel, yeah.
Oh, we're making go great, good for Mattel.
Yeah.
They're already $1 billion company. Like they're coming into our shit. Like I'd rather have a skateboarder or legit skateboarder.
And do it some.